Welcome to the Level Up Lounge, your cozy, chaotic corner of conversation where we delve into the worlds of gaming, pop culture, and mental health. My name's Anthony, and with me is Nick, and we hope you enjoy this episode. Welcome in, everyone, to Level 23. I need to awkwardly move across. Apologies. Level 23 of the Level Up Lounge, Part 2. Trying again for the second time. My name is Anthony, and with me is...
Nick. And we are joined by the lovely Mummacheeks. Oh,
hi.
Cheeks for short.
That's it. The best cheeks on Twitch.
Yes.
Cheeks, did you want to introduce yourself for those who may not know who you are?
Hi, everybody. I'm Mummacheeks. I am an Aussie variety streamer from Melbourne, Australia. I am predominantly a cozy streamer. I like to create a very cozy environment for everyone to come and hang out and enjoy themselves. So, yeah.
Now I've got a burp.
Right after she's done the intro. Come on, buddy.
It's
At
like
least
a
you could have
sneeze.
disrupted it with the burp.
You caught it from Nick.
Yeah, apparently burps are contagious today. Apparently. All right, well... tonight we've got a big one planned. We'll be doing some two truths, one lie a little bit later on, where Cheeks and Nick will be trying to guess.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh no, where's my phone? That's got the two truths. That's upstairs.
That's
no.
all right. We can get that on the break. That's all right.
we might rejiggle that up a little bit. We're doing, two truths, one lie. We'll be talking to Mummacheeks about their journey with gaming and content creation and chatting a little bit about mental health in these two areas as well. But let's jump into some gaming news. I couldn't do it.
But first, let's jump into Did You Know?
Did you know? We're going to be naming our segments from now on.
Did you know that... Gamers. No. EB Games has shut down their Xbox 360 digital store.
EB Games has shut down their...
Yep. Let me rephrase. Xbox has shut down their Xbox 360 digital store. I'm sorry. I was looking at the EB Games one and I'm like, EB Games definitely has the digital store. But I'm people are a bit upset by this because it means that hundreds of games are no longer accessible unless you have the physical copy, which 9 times out of 10, back when you had a 360, you bought the game because, you needed the disc to play it. But as time went on and more digitalizedness comes along, people sort of, it says here that the PlayStation 3 store still remains. Like it's still up. So it says here, though, I don't know, quote, today the Xbox 360 marketplace shuts down for good, taking hundreds of games and DLC off the market with no legal way to access them. And then somebody also said they're working on a fix for copyright law for game prevention. But for now, they figured a cake wouldn't hurt. I don't know what that means. They made it. Oh, they made a cake.
That's kind of cute.
The cake.
Oh. That's so when it comes to, because I believe there is some digital only games on the Xbox 360 that, like they said, you'll never be able to get again. I understand why they'd shut down. This is the same sort of conversation we had with Nick about, was it The Crew 2?
Why did I lock
Remember
that?
way back in the day?
Yeah, how they had the server was open for the longest time and they only shut it down this year or whatever it was.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
A big part about digital 360 is that a lot of it will probably end up coming onto the Microsoft marketplace.
Possibly, yeah.
A lot of it already has.
Yeah. Like, I get it. People still use the 360 and all that. Like, probably shouldn't. It's such an old console by this point. Not that you shouldn't use it, but you shouldn't necessarily. Oh, no, I can't even say that. It's too controversial for me to say for myself. Because I've logged onto my 360 and browsed the store, even though there's nothing that I want to buy, I still had it. Yeah.
It's like telling me that I need to get rid of my Nintendo 64 because it's such an old console.
No, see, I knew as soon as I said it, I regretted saying it because I was like, no, I've got one. I still use from time to time. What am I talking about?
Yes, yeah. Yeah,
I
no.
think what sucks about it is that, like, if you've bought like a bunch of games on there, now they're gone and your money is down the toilet.
Well, you'd
Like,
still be
and
access to
there's
be
not.
able to access the games that you bought, wouldn't you?
Yes, but think about if, let's say, something goes wrong, and let's say you have a hard drive failure or something
You
like
won't
that,
be able to recover the games.
you will
Yeah.
never be able to recover the games.
Yeah.
Or if you've bought them and you don't have them, what about like if you've
Installed,
bought
yeah.
them and you don't have them installed? They're
They should
just
still show
gone,
up on
right?
your. Oh no!
No,
Yeah,
not
no,
on
they
360.
won't. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah,
That's not good.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it did say that they're looking
Xbox
for some.
One, they do that.
Yeah, they're looking at some of the copyright laws and all that sort of stuff, so that they can try and pass something that basically means that people can still access those games. Because, like I said, if people are paid for them,
Actually, does Xbox One do that? No, you still got to get online to then re-download
Yeah.
the ones that you've purchased.
you've got to be able to access the store. Yeah,
Yeah.
like they still show up in your library, but you still have to go to the store to download them.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no. If you take your Xbox offline, they don't show up on your library.
Well, yeah,
Because I did it recently with my Xbox One. I wanted to download. Oh, what was it? I can't even remember. A smaller indie game that I got off of the Microsoft monthly free game thing, and when it was offline, I just couldn't access any of my games library that I had purchased.
Yeah, so that's a hard thing, isn't it?
So yeah, you're 100% right, Cheeks. If that would suck for people who haven't necessarily downloaded all their games onto their console and looking to get their game back, potentially won't be able to.
Yeah.
That's a little bit annoying, especially if they bought a game. Like, let's say, little teenage Anthony is walking along and he bought a $80 game on the digital market, and then now he wants to play it again,
And then you can't.
$80 gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's not just those little $20 games on there.
Yeah, no. Like I have bought some quite expensive games on. Most of them I bought from EB Games. Yeah. And like JB Hi-Fi and all that. But there are a few that I did buy on there.
Yeah.
And some of the DLCs that I bought through the actual store because I had access to a main card at the time and I didn't want to go into town. Yeah. Because I lived 25 minutes away from the nearest EB Games.
Speaking
Like,
of... Oh, sorry. No, you go.
I was going to say, I don't even remember what I had on my 360 now. Or if I had anything that, wasn't downloaded.
The only reason I know what I have on my 360, number one, because I still got mine and I use it.
Mine's got Diablo 3 on it. And Halo. And some of the Assassin's Creed games.
Most of my games are right here.
Yeah, same.
So I see my games pretty much every single day. The only ones I don't see are the ones that I played a lot.
You got 2 copies of Halo 4, just like me. I've also got 2 copies of Fable 3 for some reason.
But
how does this happen?
The Xbox 360 is a good console.
Oh, I agree. I love it.
I still think it's better than the Xbox One.
Controversial, but yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
It had better games on it.
That could also just be nostalgia talking.
Had better games on
The
it.
cogs are turning.
Yeah.
He's
He's trying to justify his reasoning.
No. Had better games on it. It had a better overall interface.
Oh yeah. I like the original 360 interface with the cards.
That was cool too.
Yeah.
Yes. You can't tell me you like Xbox One's interface.
I don't like any of Windows's store interfaces.
Yeah,
at
neither
all.
do I.
Although the original Xbox interface was
the original Xbox One was sick.
Yeah.
With the plasma. And
Yeah.
that was amazing.
And like I didn't mind the 360's original, but when they updated it to be that like sliding stupid one, I didn't like that very much.
That's still better than...
It is still better, but then I don't like the Xbox One's ones.
Yes.
I will.
The games were good. You got
the games were good. The games were good.
Fable, Skyrim, and don't bring up remasters on new consoles as to justify the console being better. But no, like Skyrim, Fable, Viva Pinata.
Oh heck yeah! One of my top. It's actually in my top 10 easily.
Have you played Viva Pinata?
I've played from memory a little bit of it,
so
but not a lot.
Oh, it is so good.
I was playing with the kids recently with it, and like I got both of them hooked on it for like 6 hours.
We're gonna have to bring it back.
We should do a stream.
I'm pretty sure you can do co-op. So
we should do a video.
It is a garden style simulator where you're fixing up a garden area to put pinata
style animals, and like you've got to have certain animals to attract other animals. Your garden has to have a certain rating for certain animals to even think about looking at it.
It's so cute.
They'll look at your garden and then they'll be like, it'll pop up in your Pinata, Pedia, or whatever it is, and it'll give you a really basic description of what you need for them to come to your little garden. Like there's one that's like a lion, like a Pegasus lion style thing that you need to have. Your garden needs to be valued at a certain thing. You need to have a certain amount of gem trees.
Man, we played a lot of this, didn't we?
You need to have like a breeding pair of 2 of a specific type of eagle.
It's such
before it even thinks about landing on your island.
Let's
so good.
Let's go with Stardew.
A little bit Stardew, a little bit of
Animal Crossing.
What's the one for Game Boy and GameCube?
Harvest
Moon, a little bit of that.
And then add a little bit of Pokemon into it.
And then make that all first person.
Yeah, and then all first person. No.
Yeah, you play from first person.
No, it's top down.
Well, technically.
You've got that shovel that moves around.
Well, it depends on how you look at it, because you can zoom out, but you can also have it mostly first person. One of my favorite games.
Anyway, so that was a little bit of a side note.
It's so good, though. We're
going to have to. We are. Yeah, it's a good game.
I appreciate the passion for this game.
It's such a Cheeks. I reckon you'd love it.
It's so good, and like you can hit him with the. Did you ever hit the seed guy with the shovel?
Yeah.
If you piss him off, he throws mean seeds in your garden, and then you have to get rid of them. Otherwise, they spread and they'll hurt your little pinatas. They get sick. Or you get the ones that you have to purify to make them normal again. Oh.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah.
That's got nothing to do with the podcast, guys.
Sorry about that.
But also, go and play Viva Pinata.
Yeah, good game. Really good game on the Xbox 360. Talking about video games, I don't know how to segue this now.
That's right. We just cut it there.
Yeah. Talking about video games. So EB Games this week announced that they are going to be doing a subscription-based service that gives you nothing.
Sweet.
Oh, what? What does it give you?
It gives you a ramen bowl.
Oh,
that's about it.
And some other things.
It gives you bonus trade credit.
It gives you bonus trade credit. It gives you carrots.
It gives you double carrots. If you're already at level 4, then what are you aiming for then anyway?
But because also the carrots are based on how much you spend. They're not actually do anything for you other than give you early access to pre-order and stuff like that.
But so say for me, I'm on level 4.
Yeah, same.
To get to level 5, you've got to be invited.
Yep.
You've got to spend a specific amount at a store and be the highest paying at that in that year. So I'm not going to get that.
No.
So why do I care about the doubling of the carrots?
Yep.
Number 2, the 10 buy 10 boosters get one free. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
That
then
was a hot one.
Buy 10. I didn't know about the pop vinyls, but
it's.
Yeah, so only valued up to $30. There's the clothes, and like someone said on Twitter, they're like, "Oh yay, I can get a free one once every 10 years."
So I don't think it'll succeed at all. It's as I was watching a TikTok from like a big orange bearded dude, Australian.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Is that
he's
Dave?
The guy from Qatar.
Yes.
Yeah. I was watching him talk about. He's like and a lot of the comments like it's a last ditch grab from EB Games in a lot of way because all the stores are dying. Yeah. Nobody buys. There's been a massive downtick ever since COVID and all that, since digital games come in physical merchandise and people actually going out and buying merchandise from games like special editions and all that sort of stuff. There's been a downtick in games actually producing the merchandise for people to buy.
There's a downtick in people purchasing that stuff for new games.
Don't want to go into a game store to buy a digital game that you get. What's the point other than having a case that's got nothing in it? Yeah. Like, unless it's like a hard case or a steel case or a limited edition case that you physically have to go in and get, who cares?
I'd still buy. I love my.
The only reason I go into store these days to pre-order things when they've got a special, like game. Like I got the Skyrim special edition that come with the book, and the other thing, Stace has got like a bunch of the Assassin's Creed statues and all that. Like I know a friend who's got a Halo Master Chief helmet. I've got the Assassin's Creed 3, Brotherhood statue with Ezio posing. That shit's cool. Loved that.
So the other issue with EB Games, because JB Hi-Fi is not having an issue with their game sales.
No, but they've also got a lot of other stuff.
No, but with their game sales, they're not having an issue.
No,
but their prices
sell at at cost.
Yes.
They're not making any profit on their games at all.
No, whereas EB Games
true,
it's EB Games, but
I EB think Games overcharges
a lot of what people were saying is
crazy.
they don't really want to walk into a store that's covered in Disney and Star Wars merchandise.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know, but like they want to go into a gaming store and see gaming merchandise, like gaming trailers, gaming posters, all that sort of stuff. But I don't know.
What EB Games have they been walking into?
I don't know. That was just some of the comments that I was seeing.
It has changed a lot over the years, because it was solely about gaming, and now they're going into a more pop culture lens and selling all sorts of that kind of merchandise that for the OGs maybe they feel like it isn't EB anymore.
I can understand that.
It's true. And
which is where Zing comes into it though, because they're also owned by EB Games. So.
Yes, but majority of the stuff you buy in Zing you can also buy in EB.
Yeah.
Like not majority, I shouldn't say majority. Majority of the extra stuff you buy in EB you can buy in Zing is what I should have said.
Didn't there used to be a separation between the two?
There should still be. This is why EB Games and Zing stores are being merged into Vision stores with the bigger focus being on the merch type stuff. Oh.
Depends on how big the EB Games store is. Ah.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of Vision stores. Yeah, I kind of
the one I go to is a Vision store. They have both, and it's fun to go in there sometimes and check the stuff out. But a lot of the time, I walk in there and I'm like, "This is literal crap. I don't this is clutter. I don't."
We got in the chat there that it doesn't help that they're locking collector's editions behind level 5, which I guess that would depend on the game in a lot of cases. Because I got the Starfield limited edition one, and that wasn't. At least I don't think I'm a level 5.
I got Tears of the Kingdom collector's edition, and I'm level 2. So
yeah.
I'm level 4. I think I was level 5 once.
I haven't heard of many. Well, I mean, there is the perks of it does say on level 5 memberships, but the other thing is a lot of stores don't have level 5 members.
No,
not like
no. Let's a lot of it.
5. There you go.
Yeah,
so,
there's not enough people buying games in games store physically.
If those 5 are buying out every single collector's edition game that's coming out, they can have it. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's like, oh look, it's the new My Little Pony.
The only benefit I can see to that and being a level 5 is when the Fallout limited edition come out with the
Pip-Boy.
The Pip-Boy. I really wanted that, and then when I tried to find one on eBay, I was like, no.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
The moral of the story, I think, is that there's a lot of companies at the moment that are looking at subscription-based services and going.
They're looking for a way to survive, but
but they're just the long-term thing. The long-term situation is you try and screw us out of $1. We're going to stop shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go find somewhere else to buy. Especially if you offer me nothing.
Yes.
Pay me,
or at least barely anything.
Yeah, pay me $15 and I'll give you nothing.
Isn't it only a $45 a year fee or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. It's not that expensive.
No,
but still, it's regardless. I'm a level 5, and all I have to show for it was a golden card and a fucking mug.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
no, I don't know. It's just one of those things that just won't go anywhere. I don't think.
Oh well, it is what it is. Hopefully they put that on a shirt. a nice shirt that says I'm level 5 at EB Games, and all I got to show for it was a golden card and a fucking mug.
A dead bug.
I like that.
Where you come from? Ew.
Sorry.
No, you're right. No.
What's up next?
What's up next? I reckon what's going to tie into this quite well, I think, is especially with subscription-based services, is Respawn last week walked back their unpopular changes to the Apex Legends Battle Pass.
So talk to me about the Battle Pass, because I didn't actually...
So from what I understand, Apex Legends was like, hey guys, we want to give you a Battle Pass. And then the community was like, no. And review bombed the absolute crap out of the Steam store. That's why it went from overwhelming positive to basically negative in like 15 days or something like that. It's one of the things we spoke about last week, briefly. And this news actually came out the night of the podcast, if the article that I'm looking at is accurate. And basically it goes on, the community was absolutely pissed about it. And then they say here that Respawn Entertainment is bringing back the option to buy the Apex Legend Battle Pass with in-game currency because they removed that. That was what people were mad about. And they basically said, you've spoken and we've listened.
So the in-game currency, can you earn in-game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you were able to earn it's like, gems inside of a mobile game. You're able to earn them, but it's generally so minimal that you can't actually do anything with it.
Yeah.
But for the people who are dedicated and the people who care, that's going to mean that they can get the Battle Pass without having to fork out however much money the Battle Pass is,
Yes, yeah. I understand that, because playing through as, like, say, as a player...
Well, sorry, it says here that people earn Apex coins by playing, and under the original model, serious fans could easily earn enough over the course of one Battle Pass to pay for the next seasons.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, it says here that it'll return to the option to pay 950 Apex coins, which is about $10 if you wanted to pay for it, to unlock the premium Battle Pass tier, and with 1,300 coins available during the tier. So you can earn the coins, and if you want to spend them on something in the Battle Pass or inside, I'm guessing they have a skin shop, you can, or you can save a decent amount of them and just buy the next time's Game Pass. Because Battle Pass, because generally they do contain stuff in them that, like, skins and rewards and all that sort of stuff that people want.
Yeah.
How does that compare to the other games that are in that same
Diablo
sort of
4's
genre, like...
season pass that I just bought was about $14, $15 for the premium one. I bought it on special, mind you. Destiny's Battle Pass, I think, is about the same, maybe a little bit more. I can't
Season
remember.
Pass was, I believe I paid $26 for it.
Okay, because you can also buy...
But theirs comes with, like,
a lot
content.
Yeah, you can
You're
also
getting
buy...
new missions, you're getting new strikes, you're getting new dungeons, you're getting full content. It's not just...
So it's almost like a DLC in that sense.
Yeah. So a new season comes out, you buy the season, and
then
you get the season pass, and
like
then you get the Battle Pass plus Season of the Deep. Yeah.
And then you've got... what else has a Battle Pass? Well, I think COD has a Battle Pass these days.
Yeah, Warzone.
Warzone has a Battle Pass. I don't know how that works because I haven't actually played it.
But with most of the other Battle Passes, I don't think you can, like Overwatch, you don't earn in-game currency.
No, a lot. You
pay for the.
A lot of the time, you have to buy the in-game currency, or like so Elder Scrolls ESO has silver. No, is it Destiny has silver, or is it?
Destiny has silver.
Because you buy the silver, you can
Elder
also
Scrolls
pay
has
for
crowns, don't they, or something
like
that? Yeah,
so you can use the crowns to buy in-game stuff, or you can use it to subscribe to a certain thing. And I think it's like to cover the Battle Pass in Destiny is like 1,500 silver or 2,400 silver, which is like equivalent to like $24, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Which, I won't buy again. I bought it once and then I quit.
The finale one's out now, so I'm
true.
actually thinking about jumping back into Destiny.
We might have to pick up what is it, Last Light?
I've already got that.
What is it? What's the one that's coming out?
The one that's out now is like something about the finale. So the finale.
But yeah,
the final finale.
Yeah. Like in news of Battle Pass, I think this ties in really well because they're like, well, we'll allow you to earn the stuff in game.
Final Shape, thank you. Final Shape.
That's the one.
Yeah, I knew it was final something or other. Yeah, when it comes to I think the main part of this story is the review bombing.
Yes.
Everything else doesn't really matter apart from the review bombing, which scares me a little bit that this is becoming becoming a thing that we're doing regularly.
Well, if nobody's listening, that's the only way that they can make people listen.
Yeah, but dude, what happens when it's something that that shouldn't be review bombed. Like let's say for instance
Jinx.
Dragon Age comes out and people just don't like the fact that they've got one character. Oh no, sorry, Fable 4 comes out and it's that one main character, so they review bomb it to change the one main character. How would you feel about that situation?
I don't know how that would apply in that sort of situation.
It wouldn't, but they'd still do it.
Yeah,
they've done it. When was that one that they did it with recently? They review bombed and nothing changed because they just review bombed it and then that was it.
Well, it wasn't Helldivers, was it?
What it was.
It wasn't Helldivers, but it was after Helldivers. There was one that they did it on that it was really, really mean.
Was it the Sony stuff? No, that was Helldivers. I honestly don't know.
And everyone was like, "Why are you doing this? You can't change it at this point in time."
Yeah. See, I don't know. It's one of those hard lines you've got to walk because I don't generally trust reviews. I'll go and experience it myself and then maybe check out the reviews after I've had a bad time to see if other people have reported that so that I can be like, oh yeah, I did. Someone else has done that. I don't need to. But I also don't leave reviews because I'm not I don't know.
There was another one. I can't remember what it was, but
unless it's a good review.
When you give power like that.
Yes. Yeah, you've got to be really careful with how you listen to it.
Really careful about how it gets used. Yeah. And in this situation, if we keep letting it happen, people are going to think, oh, they changed, I don't know. What's a popular game? Let's say, what's a popular PC game? The Witcher, right? And let's say they change the next story is with Ciri and it's got nothing to do with Geralt, right? And then they review bomb it because where's my Geralt?
So look, I just want to take you back to a conversation we've had before.
Yeah.
Then it should be The Witcher Presents.
Well, that's fine, but that's a different.
If it's branded as The Witcher,
that's a different conversation because review bombing's not going to do shit.
No, I know. But like when it comes to something like that, that's a conversation we've had many times.
Oh yeah.
Because then it's not a Witcher game. Like it is, but it's a part of the Witcher universe. It's not because The Witcher's all about Geralt and his story. Whereas if you were to bring Ciri in and make her the main character, I'd probably love the game because she's got a really cool story. But yeah, it wouldn't be The Witcher.
Yes, yeah. I'm just saying the review.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like it's. Sorry.
I feel like it would suck if it was like a really small studio as well compared to Apex Legends, and I can't remember which studio makes them.
I had it open, but
who does Apex Legends is
Respawn.
Respawn, yeah, Respawn. Which is a bigger FPS game, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big game, but if you try and do that to a smaller studio or smaller devs, it can have such a bad impact. Whereas,
can you imagine if that happened to Stardew when it first came out?
No. I've got the perfect one. This new Hobbiton game that's coming out. The new Hobbit game that's coming out. If for some reason there was a picture of a Hobbit with not hair on his feet, and then people started review bombing it, that would literally fuck the game. There's no coming back from review bombing when you're an indie game. And then there's
disagree because you could release a graphical patch to fix that.
You could, but then everything that moves forward, it's like, I don't like how the Hobbits look. Review bomb. I don't is it coming out in early access?
No. This is coming out as a full game. It's not going to be like the Golem game,
like the Sonic movie with teeth. Yeah.
No.
See, that was different.
It's kind of
that
like
was
Stardew Hobbits.
It's
so as long as it's not like the Golem game, I'll be fine.
But I'm talking about the.
I know. I know. Let's walk away from this subject into a happier and cuter one if you want. Up the top.
Keep going. What time? Oh yeah, we've still got time. I forgot to put that clock thing up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we started about 20 past. So.
Oh yeah. So you want to do?
We'll do this last one.
Do one more. Yeah.
So recently, PlayStation's been really pushing their Astrobot character because they've got a new game coming out, a platformer looking one that looks actually really good. And apparently, Astrobot games have been really good in general anyway. But they're bringing out the Astrobot PS5 controller, and
It looks
is
cute.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool. I did.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. And I want to know, do those lights actually do anything?
I was reading in the article that it's got LEDs and stuff embedded in the actual whatever that little plate is in the front of the PlayStation controller.
I
So I
love
imagine it
that.
probably can be programmed to do stuff.
Because the PS4 controllers used to light up.
Yeah. No, I imagine it'd probably be able to program it to like blink or something like that. Or like if something bad, I don't know if you how you do it, but like when the vibrations start to happen, maybe its eyes start to like squint or like it's trying to hold
They
down.
cry when you die in the game.
Yeah.
Have fun playing Dark Souls, Astrobot.
Because that wouldn't, like, it'd be difficult to do, but at the same time, that wouldn't be that hard to do.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But also, rumble pack, make it so it looks like it's having a little earthquake, like it's like scared
The
or
eyes are like shaking.
yeah. And then when it stops, its eyes like spin or
It's a cute character.
It is.
Astrobot is actually a cute character. It's got some pretty good games, which I was surprised about when I first played them because I got it with the VR set that I got, and we were playing the Astrobot stuff, and I was like, this is actually pretty.
I don't
decent.
actually think I've ever played it, but it looks cute as.
It's like Little Big Planet style.
Oh yeah.
Or Little Big Planet style. Or you could say it right there. Even you could say Mario, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a cute little dude.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very Mario. I shouldn't have said Little Big Planet. I mean, similarities.
Oh.
Yeah, like platformery.
Yeah, platformery,
Yeah.
3D platformery.
No, that's really cool. We'll have to check it out when it comes out.
Super cute.
Astro PS5.
You do have one more.
Mm.
So I might leave that with you while I go and grab my phone.
Oh, okay. The Hollywood's video game actors went on strike.
Oh, yes.
Hang on, my article. It's voice actors and motion capture performers strike over AI. The voice actors and motion capture performers to strike over AI protections after nearly 2 years of negotiations. So they voted to go strike on Thursday, throwing part of the industry into work stops and all that over the whole debacle that companies would abuse AI and basically using AI to replicate, pre-generate voice actors at their likeness and all that without consent and all that sort of stuff. It says here that game companies could train AI to replicate an actor's voice or create a digital replica of their likeness without consent or fair compensation, the union said. Well, like AI, I've seen some really good like AI things on TikTok and it has come a long way. I don't think that it's quite there yet. It's getting there. It's getting really
Definitely
close.
getting there.
Like they used.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I think just like it's a bit scary that you can use somebody's likeness or voice to sort of do what you want with it. It's definitely not fully there, but it is like you said, scarily close.
Yeah. Yeah, like they did. I think they used a bit of generative AI to do Darth Vader in the and what's her name? I think she actually put her foot down against it when it happened in the new Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
And obviously with like the TikTok people making just AI generated content and AI generated music videos, which are
or like the
amazing.
The songs as well.
Yeah.
Like Captain Toad singing things.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. Some of those cursed AI songs are.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence about it because obviously I want the technology to progress so that we can have all this sort of stuff. But at the same time, there needs to be some sort of regulation and regulatoriness in fact, so that people's art can be protected. People's likeness can't be just used whenever somebody feels like it. And all that sort of stuff.
I agree, and it's like what you're saying. It's really, well, I think you were saying, because I was concentrating on other shit as well. But it's
you should have just run with it.
It's hard for some people to define what is AI and what's not. And I want it to progress as well. But at the same time, if I get a phone call from my dad being like, "Did you see Vladimir Putin just became the president of Nintendo?" Where did you hear that from? It was online. He said it himself in pure English that he's apparently extremely, not that he's ever said that, but
there are ways to tell the difference between a deep fake and all that, but they are very expensive.
yeah, but and then the like, no offense against the older generation, but like my grandma looks at it, she's not gonna know.
Yeah, no, exactly.
There's no way in hell. And
Especially
Even
if
the
she's
boomers
like,
wouldn't know.
yeah,
Pardon?
yeah, exactly. Even the boomers
Oh
wouldn't know.
yeah,
No.
even the boomers wouldn't know. Yeah.
Like
The boomers.
there'd be some, but
Yeah.
not a massive amount. Like obviously there's some really, like I've got a lot of really tech literate people that are older than me in my community, but but that's, I feel like in Australia that's few and far between. I also feel bad about saying that, but that is how I feel, at least anyway. I know a lot of older people that
struggle with it.
the chain emails. Do you guys remember the chain emails? Like
oh my god, yes.
if
you don't send this to 15 people, your dog will not.
And then it came on Facebook posts.
Yeah.
And then it came like the I'm making a stand right now. Mark Zuckerberg, you do not own any of my photos on Facebook. And
that's not, you've already signed the
you've already
contract.
signed the contract.
How that works.
It's one of those things that you want to see the technology progress and all that sort of stuff, but it's one of those fine lines you really got to walk.
Yes, yeah. And
You're taking me back though. I totally forgot about chain emails.
right?
I saw a meme about him the other day, actually.
I only remember him because I still get the Facebook posts and occasionally Facebook messages from some of my aunties or my mum's older friends and stuff like that. They'll send me a message, stuff like who's my real friend? Who's gonna show up for me?
I still get them.
And I like hide.
Yeah.
Silence for 30 days.
I get a lot of them.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty much clear on all of them. I'm pretty sure I've got rid of most of them, to be honest with you. But no, it's an interesting field, and it'll be interesting to see what happens with the next couple of years.
Definitely. I'd be keen to see what happens with it and see what sort of security's coming.
Yeah.
That'll be the most interesting part, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I hurt myself so bad.
I figured.
I tripped over and hurt my wrist and my.
I was wondering what you were doing.
But anyway, well, now we know, Nick.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
And with that, it's time for our challenge. So these two are gonna. This is really hard to do on this camera. These two. No. These two are going to be testing their ability to tell fact from fiction. So here is 2 truths, 1 lie. Minor disclaimer.
Okay.
I'm hoping that all of these are correct.
Yeah.
I did do some research, but then also
not a lot.
So for legal reasons, this is purely for entertainment purposes. It's got nothing to do with the news.
This is not factual
This
or
is not
news
factual.
at all. I like that.
Okay. So our first 3. So the aim of the game, I'm going to give you guys 3 statements, video gaming statements, video gaming. Is there pop culture?
I don't know. I can't.
No,
see
I think
questions.
it's all video gaming. And you guys are going to figure out which 2 are truths and 1 is a lie. I'm very sneaky.
Very sneaky. I'm a sneaky snake.
So
Sneaky snake.
we'll see how we go.
Snake.
There's no points involved in this game because
Just because, sure.
Because they don't matter.
The points always matter.
Yeah, the
Points are
points
against
don't
me.
matter.
The points are against you.
Yep. And guess what? I win. No, I'm just kidding.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so first 3. We've got the world record for the highest score in Pac-Man is over 3 million points. Second one, the game Minecraft has sold over 200 million copies across all platforms.
True.
And the third one, The original Halo started development for the PlayStation before being licensed to the Xbox for release.
So I reckon, the last two are true and the first one's false.
Okay. Cheeks.
I reckon the last one's false and the first two are true.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun,
We need that
dun,
countdown.
dun, 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 dun.
Is
How
the
did that turn into Pokemon?
Is the countdown sign? Is the countdown tune copyrighted? You know the one?
The countdown tune?
Yeah, countdown.
Countdown? What,
no,
the musical song?
No, the TV show. The TV show Countdown. You never seen Countdown?
Wait, wasn't Countdown a music show? Countdown, where in the 80s.
No,
there
it's
another-
not. The host of it is these days is that really, really, really funny dude who's also really doesn't give a shit about anything. No, that's Q.
Oh, you're talking about I don't think it's called Countdown. What's his name? Jim
No.
Jeffries.
No,
Oh. No, then I don't know who
the
hell we're
really
talking about.
funny laugh. No,
Anyway, so
nope. he's not. He's British. He's British. Jimmy.
Jimmy Carr.
Yeah, the one with the stupid laugh. Not Jimmy
Oh,
Carr.
I don't know.
Oh.
Anyway, so
Countdown's been going on for years.
Cheeks, you are correct.
Jimmy Carr. That's the one.
So the original Halo never started development for the PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, no.
The world record for the highest score in Pac-Man is over 3 million.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
How?
Minecraft has sold over 200 million.
I knew that one.
copies.
How?
So it's 3,333,360 points.
Whoa.
Debunked.
No, that was Tetris.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, Donkey Kong.
Billy
they got
Mitchell. Yeah.
Yes.
The Donkey
Yeah,
Kong
so that's
thing.
actually probably fake. But anyway. Um, all right. We are back.
We are sorry.
We are sorry and we are back. And it is scuffed. We're now running Wi-Fi streams.
Yeah. It's just I don't even know.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. We're gonna keep on going with our segment.
Our
and
two
try and
truths and
keep
one
the,
lie?
try and keep the
Consistency.
energy up a little bit. We are determined to get
This-
this episode
Is
done.
happening.
This is happening. Okay. All right. So we got the last one. Cheeks won the last one. The original Halo was not developed originally for the PlayStation. It was always developed for Xbox. Okay, here's the next one. We've got. Oh, can we get chat up over here as well? Yeah. First one. The Konami code is famous for unlocking special features in many games, starting with Gradius. Super Mario Bros. Was the first game to feature a scrolling screen, and Final Fantasy VII was originally released on the Sega Genesis.
3 and 1.
Wait, what was
I
the
think are
first
true.
one again?
The Konami code is famous for unlocking special features in many games, starting with Gradius.
I think 3 and 1 are true.
3 and 1 are true.
Oh.
So
Neck
the Konami code and Final Fantasy.
Yep.
Okay.
I feel like 2 and 3 are. I don't know what the Konami code is even. So
Up, down, left, right, A, B. BABA, select start.
Okay.
Think.
The cheat code stuff.
Yeah.
Essentially the introduction to the not necessarily cheat codes, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've just given
gonna-
that one away. Sorry.
Hey, that doesn't mean that was the original one though.
Yeah, true.
But you saying that does.
Sorry. I ruined it.
It's all right.
All right, let's go 1 and 3 then.
All right. Number 3 is the lie. Final Fantasy VII was not
Damn
originally
it.
released on the Sega Genesis. 7 was released on like the PS1,
Yeah.
PS2.
Yeah. I was
think
committed.
something along that.
I was committed to it.
All right. Next up.
Was Super Mario really the first to introduce a I would have
Yeah,
thought,
look, I don't know about that.
I
Now,
don't think so because Alec the Kid is on the like the not the Atari but one of those older consoles And that had a scrolling, unless it means like a forced scrolling, like it constantly moves, not like, you know what I mean?
Was actually no. So the first scrolling platform game was Jump Bug.
So that was a lie.
Yeah, that was a
Ooh.
lie. There you go.
Because I remember playing
So it
Alec the
was-
Kid, and it as you moved, it scrolled back and forth, whereas Mario scrolls in one direction and kind of forces you to move forward.
So
That's
it was
really good.
two lies,
Two
one
two
truth.
lies. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 lies, 1 truth.
At this point, was number 1 even true? No.
My bad, my friends. Like I said at the start of the thing.
That's all right. This is why we have friends. Call us out on our bullshit.
Alec the Kid came out later though. Anyway.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was on one of the older consoles.
86. Sorry, now I'm just fact checking
No, no,
everything.
that's okay. You've got a fact check, you know.
1985. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Never mind.
Wait, I still think that makes it the first one.
What does Alec the Kid?
No. So
Oh.
sorry, Jump Bug is 1981.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right,
Anyway,
next
okay,
question.
like I said, purely for entertainment.
Yeah.
Not for
Not
knowledge.
factual at all.
Because now I'm dubious of all of these.
second guess himself with those eyebrows that are on
I'm
point.
not gonna be using this website again. The character Lara Croft from Tomb Raider was modeled after a real person. The game Doom was the first-person shooter ever created. And the character Mario was originally named Jumpman in the game Donkey Kong.
2 and 3 are true.
2 and 3 are true?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2 and 3.
Okay. Incorrect. 1 and 2 are... Wait. So... What did I say is the second one?
Doom being the first person
Yeah.
shooter.
No, you guys got it right. Yeah, Doom was not the first person shooter.
Wait, who was Lara Croft based on?
I don't know. Like I said, this website's a little bit weird now.
Because I know for a fact that Mario was originally supposed to be called Jumpman, because that was one of those weird facts that I remember absorbing many years ago.
Woohoo!
Who was what was the? Oh, okay. So she was developed, inspired by the Swedish pop artist Nina Cherry.
Was she cute?
I do not know her.
Nina Cherry. Neneh.
You like our synchronized pronouncing of her name just then?
Nina Cherry. Yeah?
No. Sort of, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I mean the original.
Lara's-
The original.
Oh, the original. I was going to say Lara Croft's cuter now. I die for Lara Croft cosplays.
Yeah, you do. The first FPS game was called Battlezone. Was made in 1980.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
I can see.
I can see
that,
the yeah.
She
Yeah.
definitely has that polygon face. I'm kidding.
That's mean.
I'm kidding.
That's mean.
Take it back. Redacted. Cut
All
that.
right, I'm glad those ones were right then. Okay, now I'm dubious of this last one. All right, this is the last one of our challenge.
Mhm.
The original PlayStation was released in the year 2000. Fortnite was originally a survival game before it was a battle royale. And the best-selling console of all time was the PS2, or is the PS2.
First one's a lie. It was the original PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
I reckon 2's a lie.
Yeah, that was
Who's
a
a
lie.
lie? Okay. So the best-selling console of all time is the PlayStation 2.
Hmm.
You know, they'll be able to hear that.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Maybe.
Just rubbing my beard on the pop
The
filter.
best-selling console of all time was PS2. It was crazy, apparently. Absolutely crazy. Fortnite was originally a survival
Yeah.
game before it was a battle
I'm
royale.
really bad at this.
Similar to like DayZ. That's where the battle, the building
Ah.
style comes from.
Well, that
Comes
makes-
from that, the
Yeah.
survival point. The original PlayStation was released in like 95.
I remember
99.
reading something
Yeah.
about that Fortnite and its original. Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
I hate this game.
That was
It's not like I suggested the game at all.
Yeah, well, actually, you did. Funnily enough, that was Two Truths, One Lie. Very segmented due to issues, but
But you know, it is what it is.
speaking
It's not
of,
fun.
before we do go on, we will be doing a little bit of an announcement with all the issues that have come up on the PC, because now network card's not reading stuff, Ethernet port's not reading stuff.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is a little bit crummy. The modem's having issues.
Oh yeah.
We will be taking a break after this episode for a period of time to fix this stuff, because this has gotten worse than it was last week. This past week I've been
From streaming specifically.
Oh well, I
or
think so, because I've been playing
you-
games online. I've streamed to
I
Discord.
was going to say, I mean, do we want to just record it?
Yes,
For
yes,
people
sorry, yeah.
listening, we could still
The
record it.
live streams won't be happening,
Yeah.
but the episodes will still be coming out on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I think that's the best way to do it.
Oh no, I especially
Yeah.
with everything going on, I 100% agree. Because
But I'm gonna have to look into a new board. I'm gonna have to look into a new
one of the things that we rely on very heavily at the
Yeah.
moment is Twitch
and
for growth and just outreach. Like, yeah.
yeah. So this sucks, but might be a new PC time.
No, completely fair. And there's some good deals out there at the moment. So,
Yeah.
I know.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna burn my wallet. I'll be right back.
Yeah. That's all right. You need a new wallet.
So yeah, a little bit of an announcement.
Sorry about that.
Streams won't be going forward for a little bit, but the content will still be coming out on YouTube
Yes.
and where it needs to be. So you'll just have to catch it across there. Very unfortunate, but
Hey, look, it is what it is.
it is what it is. All right. Well,
it's not your fault either. It is
No.
what it is.
no,
No,
well that's it.
it's-
Yeah, it's like my favorite saying. It is what it is.
It's at the moment it quite literally looks like a hardware fault. Like and there's very little other than replacing the hardware that we can do about that.
Yeah. We had everything off before. It was like I tried to change the Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good, mate."
Yeah. No, the Wi-Fi was like, oh no, you want me? Bye. The
And then-
Ethernet was like, you've got a network, but I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Then we didn't have a valid IP address, and then our DNS settings went to heaven. And then all of a sudden it was good again.
So a little bit of an update. Apologies on the mid-stream.
Yes, but
That-
you know,
but
it needed
anyway.
to be done.
On that note, let's get into some more fun stuff. Let's learn a little bit more about.
I was going to say,
Cheeks.
I was looking at some of these questions, and I was like, how do you find some of these as fun?
I'll get into it.
No, these ones are fun. I was looking at the ones further along.
Oh yeah. No, I figured that out. Don't worry. So Cheeks.
Yes.
What initially sparked your interest into gaming, or what got you into gaming to begin with? How long have you been a gamer?
Yeah.
So I got into gaming because, and I actually looked this up. The reason I know the PlayStation 1 fact is because I looked up
Oh.
when it was released recently.
She did some research in her questions.
I did some research. My uncle lent me his PS1 and I got to play Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And I got
Oh,
to
that is
play
cool.
Spyro and Gran Turismo 1 and everything. But apart from that, my parents didn't allow me to have a console. So I
Mhm.
missed out on a lot of games. And that I think sort of feeds into why, I don't know a lot about gaming because I just didn't grow up in that sphere. And it wasn't until after I turned 18, I got my 360 and that opened up my world. I predominantly played like GTA 4 and stuff, but
Mhm.
it was my first foray into gaming really. Yeah.
Nice. So
Yeah,
the
nice.
360 was the entry point. Well, I mean, PlayStation 1 entry point, but then 360 reintroduction point.
Yeah.
Good console to
Yeah.
The 360 to come into, it was a good console to come into.
Yeah.
There could have been much worse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I chose
come back
Xbox
on the Wii.
specifically over PlayStation, considering I grew up with playing a PlayStation, but I just really wanted an Xbox.
Yeah. No,
Xbox, I think at the time was very highly marketed and marketed well.
Well, yeah,
I
because that's
don't know. I don't remember any PlayStation ads, but I remember the Xbox ads and the banned Xbox ads.
I I played. So I was a Nintendo kid,
Me too.
and then we partial PlayStation.
We were a Nintendo household very strictly. My neighbors had a PS1, PS2 that we went over and play sometimes. My uncle had an original Xbox, which first game I ever played on it was Metroid. I think it was Metroid anyway. On the Xbox, some kind of Metroid ripoff. I can't remember what it was, but you roll up in a little ball like Metroid, and you can roll around, and you had guns and stuff. I can't remember what it was. It was weird. But then I had a friend who had an Xbox, and he had like Burnout and a bunch of those really fun games that are really appealing to a 14-year-old boy. And I was like, I want an Xbox. It's got Halo.
Like,
I want an Xbox.
When it comes to 360, like let's say 360 PS3 or like even 360 PS2, I remember playing the 360 a lot, but then I went around to friends' houses who had a PlayStation, and the games that I'd see on it was often sports games.
Yeah.
It was like Madden, FIFA, NFL,
racing games,
Ashes. 100%. Yeah. And I always just went,
yeah, why would you
and then I'd go to a mate's place who's got an Xbox, and I'm sitting there playing Halo. I'm playing, you know, like Burnout, Red Dead, all those games. I was like, this is so exhilarating. I want this.
Yeah. And I do think the Xbox was marketed just so much better.
Oh yeah. So what were the games that you played on the Xbox 360 then? What were the first lot of games?
Well, I tried, so like GTA 4 was the main one, and I made a group of friends at the time who I would hang out with almost daily and just playing GTA 4. So that was really my big foray into gaming. I tried COD Modern Warfare 2 and I got bullied off of it pretty quickly.
That's not funny.
I shouldn't actually now. I shouldn't laugh at that. For what reason? If you don't mind me asking.
Okay, so I was playing like by myself, and I ended up in a like lobby with a bunch of Americans, and they were making fun of my voice because it sounded masculine, and I'm like, that's just how Australians women talk. Like, it's like our register is a bit lower, like whereas American women can sometimes be a bit higher. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, our women have a deeper, slightly, more of a baritone, husky sort of voice to them sometimes, especially with the way that we pronounce words.
It's how we pronounce things.
Yeah.
It's because even I feel like, especially when I'm in international like
waters
areas. So like when we went to the US, I went from speaking like this to walking into a petrol station, and I was like, "G'day, mate. How's it going? Oh yeah. Oh, you're gonna pay on me card."
Just pronounced it in like an absolute dickhead.
I just went full bogan all of a sudden.
So I also know that Australians pronounce words a lot harder than what Americans don't use a lot of hard R's in their words and stuff. Like, I know, like obviously, but like we say like harder, like the R comes off like really, whereas they don't say that. Like, you know, the water.
No, there's someone explained it recently, a vocal coach. Americans talk with their tongue on the top of their mouth, and Australians talk with the tongue on the bottom of their mouth. That's literally all it is.
Really?
So if you think about how you're talking now, you're talking with the tongue at the bottom of your mouth. And when you talk like an American, you talk with it on the top of your mouth.
I talk with the tongue on the top of my mouth.
I'm going to keep thinking about like
I don't know how to do that
now.
My tongue stays in the bottom of my mouth.
I think it was someone like
how do you put your tongue on the top of your mouth?
No,
like that?
so yeah, when you're talking and you want to emphasize what you're saying, talk instead of talk.
This sounds dumb.
But that's how it. That's it was. It was.
If you do like an American accent,
like Hugh Jackman or someone like that, and they spoke about their vocal coach and how they get back into the American accent from Australian. And it was a single line,
so cool.
And you basically say all the emphasis words with the tongue on the top of your mouth instead of the bottom.
I just can't do it.
and the tongue is slightly back in the mouth.
My tongue just
but this
doesn't
is
want to do that.
like, you know, voice actors are insane. So
yeah, no, they really are.
Your
My
tongue
tongue
is
just doesn't
comfy
want to
at
do
the
that.
bottom.
but anyway, that
Yeah,
is-
exactly. My tongue stays
tongue
in the
is a
bottom. Of my
bottom.
yeah. I don't want to deny or confirm anything.
Shit.
We can end it there, guys. We peaked.
Is this where you want the Wi-Fi to now cut out?
Yeah.
Nick's like bright red in the face, being like, "Oh no, fuck this."
Oh my
It's,
god.
I can neither confirm nor deny. You can have all of those thoughts, Bojo. You can have all of them.
Oh, fuck,
What's
that's funny.
so from this journey of gaming, what made you take that leap from video to just straight up gaming into content creation?
That's a good short.
Well,
Sorry.
my partner actually gave me the idea back in 2016 because at the time I was playing a lot of Minecraft and yeah, I just wasn't in the space at the time to like really try something like that. And it really wasn't until one of my like good friends, Shiv Jam, started streaming and seeing somebody I know, like we became friends after she started streaming. We had been like acquaintances for like 10 years before that, but like seeing her start doing it sort of like inspired me to try it. And so I went really like deep into the lore and learnt as much as I could about streaming and set myself up to try it and give it a go. And yeah, that was it really. And thankfully I was able to pay it forward in a way because I inspired one of my friends to start streaming as well and helped her out with all of the knowledge that I learnt
Oh, that's
about how to
awesome.
set up OBS and like how to do this and how to do that. And she's a partner now.
Yeah,
so
nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Wait, who's
yeah,
that?
it's
If you don't mind me asking.
she's I'll type it because it's like pronounced differently, but Uji, she is a
Uji?
VTuber as well.
Oh, that's so cool.
But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, that
she's
is
like
really cool.
one of my good friends. Yeah.
That is so cool.
You good?
Yeah, sorry. My phone was just messing up at the same time. Oh, that's really cool. So yeah, I think that's one like a massive benefit. Well, no, not a benefit. Such a good feeling when you can, you know, you've been doing something you love, you enjoy doing, and then you do have that friend that does want to get into it. You're like, you know,
Yeah.
especially for me. Prior to, I was very like, only a couple of people knew about my streaming. I think it was Sane, Burjo. You didn't to start off with,
Not a very. I was there probably a month or so, maybe a little bit more after that.
and
I wasn't
Yeah.
driving for ages.
and I was very nervous about it. I didn't want anyone knowing. I didn't want anyone to be like,
Yeah.
I remember
geek.
I remember them telling me about it, and I was like, "Oh, I'll be there," and then I completely forgot.
Yeah. But I've had friends since then who have been like, "Oh, that's so cool! Like, I want to do something." I had friends at work that wanted to do
Yeah.
a podcast that I was able to talk to
Also,
them about.
I think one of the times that you, I think, define some sort of success in the smallest of ways when your kids come up to you, it's like, "Hey, Dad, I want to do what you do," which you had recently, didn't you, with Daddy? Like, I want to stream when I grow up.
Oh yeah, the other day, I don't know who's seen it. I don't know
I
whether you
think
seen it,
that-
Cheeks, but I posted up
Yeah,
a
I
short
think I
saying
did.
like we missed the stream, and I was down here and I was getting ready
Yeah.
to record it, and I was like, "Hey guys, unfortunately," and then Addie comes walking in. I was like, "What's up?" And she's like, "Are you recording?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, Dad, I want to record too. I want to be a streamer when I grow up." And I was like,
Aw.
"All right,
Which,
come on then."
I think that's really cute.
It was really cute.
Like one of Daniel's things is
It
he
is
wants
sweet.
to be a YouTuber, and he knows that we do this. He's like he told the teachers up at the school and all that, and like it's just really cool that it's something like I don't necessarily want him to do it because he's so young, and I want him to experience the world a little bit better. But the fact that he
Yeah.
sees what we do and he's like, hey, I want to do that, And like Addie's like, I want to stream.
Yeah.
Dad has a lot of fun with this. It looks like fun. I want to do it.
I'm gonna start getting Addy in on all the
Oh,
the
you
bits and
should.
pieces.
Yeah,
Um,
And I think that's for me. I really like that.
So that's a good jump though. That's a nice jump because you want it's not like you're like that sounds like it was a casual, gradual move from just straight up gaming into. So did you start in 2016 or was it further along?
Gaming or streaming?
Streaming.
I started my first stream was like September 2021.
Okay, yeah.
And then I started streaming in the end of January 22.
Okay.
Nice.
So it's
What are
been
we
just over 2 years now, I think.
I want to like
24.
break your picture. That stream looks so angry.
Mine.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They were like this. Your hand was like this. You're like got that slight overshadow over your eyes. I'm like, oh god, he looks so angry.
He does this to me all the time. You make me so uncomfortable with how I look.
It's nothing wrong with how you look. It's the lighting. It's the lighting coming straight down over your face, casting the shadows over your eyes. Yeah, it is. I like it.
I'll just talk like this from
Yeah,
now
good. No, it wasn't the way. It was just the lighting, and I was like, he looks so bad.
We're good? Yeah? Okay.
Sorry.
Ready?
I
Okay.
just pretend I didn't say that.
All right. Where was I? Missed. I full on missed a thing, but that's all right. You
Wibbly wobbly up, man.
So do you have standout favorites when it comes to games over the years? I'm gonna stop doing that. I can't do that for too long. Or do you have like a favorite set of games now? Like if you had to define like a top three.
This is a good question. So like when I was younger, I definitely dabbled in games that I don't like now because like I've sort of realized where my personal niche is, and it's definitely in more cozy casual games because like I can't I somewhat enjoy like fast-paced games, but my brain can't like do them very well sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, Animal Crossing is way up there. Like that was huge for me when that came out. I love Minecraft, but I'm more familiar with like the Xbox version than Java because that's where I had most of my Minecraft experience. And then I've been really enjoying Stardew, even though there's like a huge like learning curve with it. And what else?
I was going to say you probably would really enjoy the Harvest Moon series and the Harvest Moon games then.
I think so too. I genuinely do. I really want to give them a go at some stage because I
They
know
were the
that's
whole
like
reason
the
I got into
OG.
Stardew in the first place, is it looked like Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
And I loved Harvest Moon.
I will say on Stardew, I know it eventually it is cozy.
Yes.
But to begin with, when you say about the learning curve, Stardew is chaotic AF to begin with. Holy moly.
Especially if you don't know a whole lot about the game or like you've only ever watched people play it.
Yeah. You're like, wait, it's day 4 and I'm going to go and do what?
Yeah.
Where do I have to be? When?
Yeah.
My strategy for that is I pretty much skip the first year of like all events unless they're forced upon you. Any sort of calendar events these days, I skip, focus on my farm, build up some money, upgrade my tools, and then when year 2 rolls around, I do the summer festivals, all the festivals, do the fishing festival, the night market.
Mine is
don't romance anybody, focus only on my farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, there's a town?
Yeah. There's a mountain.
When did you guys get here? I thought I was just selling to
really
no one.
hard.
I was going to say, there's teleportation stones too.
Yeah, I know that, but there was one point where I was like year 3 and I had all my coffee beans set up. I was just drinking coffee all day long. And my guy would have just been like, and I never went into town, or barely ever went into town, drinking my coffee, and I'm just out on my farm going, plan, got a plan.
Yep.
Yeah,
Marnie's
legit.
probably like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, it's really hard learning it on stream because it's
Mm,
like there's so much information that you need to know. But yeah, another game I didn't mention, which is pretty much the biggest one for me, my absolute favorite, is The Legend of Zelda,
mm,
especially Breath of the Wild,
good choice.
because
Haven't played it.
I've never had a Nintendo before.
Mhm.
Well, actually, that's a lie. I did have a Wii U, but I never used it. Um, I didn't really use a Nintendo until I got my Switch, and that revolutionized my life. And it was an impulse purchase too, because my partner pre-ordered the Switch, pre-ordered Breath of the Wild, and he literally had it for like 10 minutes, and I was like, I'm getting it. I'm going to JB right now to get one because
he
and
would have been so
thankfully
happy
it was
about
like a
that too.
couple of days after my birthday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, it was so good. And it's funny because like I followed exactly what he did that I saw in the game, and then we both went on completely different paths
Mm.
It's
because
such a
like
good,
it's just
yeah.
so open.
It's such a good
Like
game.
that yeah.
I've heard people talk about how it's one of the worst ones
Oh,
because of how
no.
open it is and how bad the dungeons are and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But dude, the amount of exploration you get in that game, like the amount of detail you can go into looking through Hyrule is insane.
Yes.
There's so
Yep,
much to do.
100%.
I don't think I was ever bored. Like there's one or two dungeons where you're just like, yeah, that was real simple. There wasn't much in that. But
Yeah.
for the most part, they were good. They were challenging enough. Um, and otherwise the story and the lore and like the
Yeah.
photographs, looking for the photographs and stuff, oh, so good. I don't know. I
Like
don't understand how someone could play it and not go wow.
What about
it's one of those games that's like I wish I could just like completely forget it so that I can experience it for the first time again because it was
Yes.
so magical.
Yeah.
Like so
100%.
so magical.
I'm keen for him to play because he hasn't actually played it yet.
No, I haven't.
So I do want him to
Oh
play it, and
my
I'd
god.
like to be with him and like react as
Oh,
we're
Yes.
definitely.
doing it.
On the note of like those sorts of cozy style games, do you like My Time at Porsche and that?
I love my time at Porsche. I actually
I
didn't finish it, but
love.
spent hours. The only thing that bothered me was the grind. Like to
I
get things and stuff like that, it did get a bit like, oh,
y-
you know?
yeah, there was that. I played it from like the early access right up until full release, and then like 200-300 hours after that. I love My
Yep.
Time at Porsche. I
Such
bought
a
You
good
loved your
game.
time at Porsche.
yeah, I loved my time at Sandrock. I loved the early access for that.
I
Really
haven't
enjoyed that. You haven't? That's got a
haven't played
multiplayer
it
mode
yet,
on it.
but I really Oh my god, does it? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
hit me up.
I need to play that so bad. Yeah. Let's do
It's
it.
there. They're some of my favorite games. I really like that style of game.
Mm,
Like there is a little bit of a grind and stuff, and it is similar to my
yep.
time at Porsche, but it's obviously different. It's my time at Sandrock.
Yeah.
There's different
Yeah.
mechanics you've got to watch out for. Your machines run on water. Yeah, we'll get on to the next question.
You gotta hope that you don't run into a sand rock.
no, there's no sand rocks,
Oh.
but there is rocks made out of sand. The town is actually named Sandrock, but you know, whatever.
um. So,
Yeah.
I want to touch back on Legend of Zelda, but I'll move on. I'll move on.
We'll play it. Don't you worry.
Uh, so we spoke about this a little bit prior to the actual stream itself. But I know you're
Yeah.
taking a little bit of a break
Yes.
for mental health reasons. So I guess when you do come back, is there anything that's you're looking to try? Anything like any new cool ideas or any
Okay.
events coming up?
I was like, which question are you reading?
Yeah. I think I'm trying to work out how to balance my personal stuff with stream because I really struggle just day to day with how to balance like even just like eating and stuff like that
Yep.
with stream. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
but when I come back, like I have a project idea that's been floating around in my head, and I have ideas of what games I want to play, and I'd love to work because I've been really like this year has been really great for me in terms of like making friends with other creators and like leaning into that a lot, and I'd love to do collabs and stuff with them.
Hey, way down.
That's what I really, yeah, 100%. Like,
Oh,
even if we play like Zelda or something.
What?
But
What's
like,
wrong,
I don't
Anthony?
know.
I've just noticed that my beard blends into my
Yes,
shirt.
that's what I mean. And all you can see is your face in your eyes, and you just. I was trying to make fun of the way that you do things. It's just the top of your head, bit of face, and then nothing else. So you can't even see your mouth.
I literally look like a little gremlin. Wait.
Yes.
Just double up on it.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
You can fix this by putting glitter in your beard. Cornholio. Apologies, I just got completely sidetracked.
That's okay.
We should get.
I
more
think
seasons
also
of
I
this.
want to get better at being consistent because I'm really bad at being consistent with stream.
Oh, same.
Really? Really?
What have I done? 3 streams this year?
Yeah, you're bad at being consistent, Nick.
Hey, I'm here every Friday.
That is true. That is true. No, I agree. Collaboration is definitely something is such a fun thing to get into, and especially with because our group of friends are so good.
Yeah.
I don't want to brag. I don't want to
Oh
brag.
no, you got some great
But
friends.
We have such a beautiful group of friends.
we've got
Like,
such
I
a good
feel
community.
so lucky.
Like good old Nicktacular is just amazing. Teagues is so supportive. Like obviously Mummacheeks is great. The people that we've spoken to and we've interacted with are like Pat is just amazing.
Yeah, there's so many cool opportunities and so many cool ideas being thrown around.
And like so many people coming
and
to us with like feedback and like suggestions and how we could possibly improve, which is amazing.
But like even like collaboration wise, like yeah, 100%. If you're down to do like maybe I've had this idea of noob versus pro legend, like Breath of the Wild thing, where it's like first person to get to a specific area in the overworld. So like you'd have to go through the tutorial dungeons and
That'd be sick.
So, I know.
Yeah.
I would not call myself a pro.
I wasn't thinking in my head, I'm gonna smash this.
Nick's still in the first tutorial area.
And I'm just like
Cheeks is in the first shrine. So I mean, like, yeah, if you're down for that,
that'd be sick.
But talking about the exactly what you're talking about before is the balancing IRL with streaming is massive, absolutely massive. And it sort of segues us into our next main segment, where we're gonna have a bit of more of a chat about the mental health side of gaming and content creation. It's
Nick.
The level up gremlin. Oh no. So I guess this week for me, so I'm not gonna lie about it. I've had a pretty hard week when it's come to mental health with streaming in specific. As we know, I've been having a lot of internet issues and a lot of disconnection issues, and it's led to a lot of burnout recently. So I'm currently in the situation that we talk about each week on the stream. I'm in that. I spoke to Mummacheeks beforehand, and Cheeks is also in that situation as well. So this is going to be a really good.
We're getting deep.
We're probably going to cut in deep here. So but mental health is extremely important when it comes to streaming, because there is so much that can go wrong. There is so much that you can blame yourself for, and there is so much that you can feel like you've let someone else down, especially when it comes to a community. But I guess our first question here is when it comes to gaming and content creation, do you what role do you think gaming in general and content creation has in like the management of mental health? So when this one was a hard one to word. On the page, it's worded really, really harsh, but I didn't want it to come out like this. Talking more, not from a standpoint of you as the content creator managing people's mental health, more as in the communities that are made and the communities that are made around the games. How do you feel that sort of affects mental health awareness and mental health?
Which one are we looking at?
The first one.
The one that's not highlighted. Oh, not yet.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I think it's I think it's important, like, to.
That's not worded harsh.
Yeah, it is.
No, I don't.
This one.
The first one.
That one.
Yes. It's worded in a way that sorry to we're having some. It's worded in a way that puts it on the content creator.
Oh no, it's.
I disagree.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, sorry.
Sort of like.
So I'm reading that very differently to what I'm assuming you are. I think the word that needs to go into that question is how they can contribute to reducing it in their communities.
No. That's not what I'm asking though, because it shouldn't. So this is how it's harsh, right? Sorry about this.
No, I'm just.
This is how
you're
it's harsh.
okay.
It's not the streamer's responsibility.
No, it's not.
To do anything about mental health in their communities.
No.
It's nice if they do, but it's not.
Yeah.
See what I mean now?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, what's the importance of gaming and content creation on mental health? Not what's the importance of a content creator making sure that they're promoting mental health.
So the question is just worded badly. Yep. See, I was
go back.
completely sorry.
Right.
So. What do you think and that's I worded it better that time.
Yeah, no,
what do
I
you think
agree.
the importance of gaming and content on mental health is?
I think that a lot of people use gaming to escape from their lives, and I think that it's really important to not only find. I mean, life is really hard right now in so many different ways, and I think it's important to have something that you enjoy, and I think it's important to also have an outlet. Otherwise, you're sort of just going to crumble under the pressure of everyday life. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's really, really important. And I think it's important also, like, it's hard because, like, I can't think right now of how, like, I know that content creators are very, generally can be very vocal about their mental health and about their struggles and stuff like that. Because the fact of the matter is, I honestly haven't met a content creator that doesn't have something going on. I think it's so common now that people struggle with their mental health, and that we talk about it and be open about what's going on, because somebody else might see that and feel seen and feel heard. And I think that's so helpful for so many people, because
A
we
lot of the
all are
time, that's
just
all they need.
people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just need to
feel
know
like,
that they're not alone in that situation, that somebody else does understand what they're going through.
yeah, exactly.
Which is I've always struggled growing up in rural Victoria. It's always been, you're a man, get over it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Drink a cup of concrete and harden up.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
shit like that. And while in some instances I'll still say that to myself and accept it, like if I'm at the end of a work day and I'm like, oh, I'm so beat.
That's it. I think that's saying is very situational.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But 5 years ago, if I was having mental health problems, I'd just be like, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
Or you just wouldn't even acknowledge it because
I think this is the part of the question that I really like, is that I learnt a lot from content creation. Being a part of these communities, I've learnt a lot. I've learnt emotional regulation. I've learnt emotional
Yes.
intelligence. I've learnt
Yes.
how to be more emotionally aware of other people, how they're feeling,
Mm.
and making sure not to, say the specific, like, well,
trigger words.
what, are you all right today, Drop Bear? No, I'm not feeling too bad. Well, get over it, buddy. Like,
Wow, fuck you.
Yeah.
Probably something I would have said back in the day, unfortunately.
Mm.
And
Aw.
content creation plays a big part in allowing that intelligence, I think, to be spoken about a little bit more.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
And like, I know quite a few of our friends have promoted like, certain safe spaces and all that sort of stuff. Don't you be looking at what I'm looking at, buddy.
What
This is a safe space, Anthony. All right.
Okay.
A lot of our friends promote that sort of thing, and like you can go into some of their chats and have a chat, and they'll listen to you. But that's generally where it ends because, like I say, they're not therapists, they're not paid professionals. They're there to listen.
There definitely needs to be that boundary there of like, we definitely want to support people, but at the same time, we have our own limits
Exactly.
of how far we can help because, like, we really aren't professionals, like you said.
And that's what I said about the original way that was brought up in the question, is that it really places the emphasis on the streamer being the important piece of that issue. So like the question was at the end of it is like, and how can a streamer contribute to reducing stigma around mental health issues? They can by just being aware of it.
Yeah.
They don't you don't need to go into any like, obviously we do here. We talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm not offering any advice.
No.
If like for anyone who's listening to this or watching it, if you don't want to take a lick of any of this and listen to it and just pass it off as people talking, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because we are not professionals.
Like,
We're just discussing.
More than
what
happy
we've
to
been
have a
through.
chat or listen, but
Yes.
any sort of advice, it's
100%.
It's just like literally our life experience, really, that we're chatting about.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
That's it.
Yeah.
I like how you did say about that, bringing up the fact that we're not professionals.
Yeah.
And there is times where people do come to you with with problems or worries in life or whatnot. And there's that hard point where at some point you've got to be the bad guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially in streaming. At some point you've got to be the bad guy. Do you have
make your boundary kind of thing?
Yes, thank you. So do you have boundaries set in place that you just don't cross? You don't have to say what they are specifically, but was there a point where you realized you needed to put them in? And what was that
definitely.
point? If you're happy sharing that.
Yeah, I'm happy. I think I sort of definitely crossed the line, especially early on in my streaming. Like, not in a bad way, but like definitely okay. The reason this happened is because I was already in other communities before I started streaming, so people viewed me as just another part of their community. And when I started streaming, I realized that sort of like at times would cross my boundaries, and I had to not reassert, but like put up new boundaries around how people converse with me or like approach me kind of thing. Um, and that was really difficult because it it really meant that I had to change some relationships in a weird way. And um that was at times like really, really difficult.
Yeah, that would have been a hard one to navigate. GG's.
Yeah.
That's
you really
for doing
would,
that.
yeah.
I feel like I would have just
Yeah.
been like, I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm
Bye.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, boundaries are a hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard in real life. Boundaries are hard in real life.
Oh yeah, it is. Especially
Yeah,
like
definitely.
people, you don't want to say no to people, that sort of thing. You don't want to disappoint people.
To be fair, I'm really good at boundaries in real life.
Yeah.
I am. If I'm done with you being here, I'll tell you to fuck off pretty
Oh
quickly.
yeah. But like,
It's
you know, initially
I love
setting those
Nick's
boundaries
reaction,
can
like,
be
yeah.
yeah.
I've done it to you before.
Yeah.
We were sitting at the old place and we were upstairs on the back deck after D&D one day, and we were hanging around talking, and I was like, at the end of it, I was just like, all right, anyway, I gotta go. Everyone out.
Yeah.
See you later. And Nick
Yeah.
was like, huh? I'm like, go on, bye. I need you to get out of here right now.
See you
And he was
later,
like,
buddy.
oh, okay. And I was like, yep, see ya. And I like really shoved them out of the door. And
Hey, but like, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm usually pretty good with that. That's much more rude than how I actually did it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm really good at asserting boundaries IRL. I'm terrible at parasocial boundaries.
Yeah, boundaries
Yeah.
online are a lot
It
harder
ca-
to actually enforce as well because
Yeah.
unless
Yeah.
you ban or
I
mute
mean-
or whatever, they can still do it. You know, they can find other platforms to talk
Yeah.
to you on it, and it's really hard.
It's
Yeah,
it's
I
it's a big
think-
one that a lot of people have been speaking about recently with the parasocial relationships. There's been a lot of chatter. The two that we've heard a lot about is burnout and parasocial relationships.
Yeah,
the
the
two-
parasocial's
Yeah.
come up a lot recently.
Yeah.
Especially with like people
I mean,
consuming more than what there actually
this
is and all that sort of stuff.
This is the thing with like content creation, right? Is like I think parasocial relationships with like any other like public figure, if they're a celebrity, musician, actor, whatever, that's so different to streaming because you can literally talk to the person and they will
Oh, definitely.
respond to you.
Yeah.
So it's really easy for you to like feel a sense of like comfort with somebody pretty easily
Yeah.
and sort of lose the idea of like, oh, like this person is still disconnected from me. And like there's a level of access with streamers because like we go to conventions, we, go to different events around town. You can come and see us in person.
Yeah.
It's it really blurs the lines sometimes for a lot of people because we are so accessible
Yes.
and you
Yeah.
have to really like create these boundaries around the fact that I'm here to entertain, I'm here to share video games that I like with you guys, create content for you guys, but I'm not accessible in
Yeah.
apart
Yeah.
from what you see on Twitch or whatever, or if I'm in Discord or whatever. Like
Yes.
I think
I have my own stuff going on,
a lot of that is also coming from being able to have what a lot of people would consider a face-to-face conversation. Like I've had
Yeah.
many friends over the years of like
Really?
ever since I've been on the internet with like chat rooms and stuff like that. It's you grow attached to those sorts of people, but it's in a way if you stop talking to them, they're gone. Whereas you
Yeah.
don't have to keep
Yep.
talking to your streamer. Like you can just sit there and watch them. And every now and again
Yeah.
you throw out a chat and then, you remind them that you're still there and that connection in their head develops, So
Yeah.
it's one of those things that it's hard.
There's also the other
then you
aspect
get
of it when
people
it
like
comes to what?
Nothing.
When it
Keep
comes
asking
to
questions.
conventions are a really good one.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
luckily, I'm very thankful. I haven't met any.
You haven't got any friends?
No, mate. I've got plenty of friends. I can count all of the friends
On one hand?
On one hand.
Yeah, nice. Me too.
Um, luckily, I haven't met anyone at conventions or anything like that has been. I haven't had any weird or awkward scenarios.
Oh, don't you worry. I can make it weird for you if you want.
Yeah.
You make it weird on a daily basis. I'm not talking. I'm not talking about you. And don't go and hire someone to like
like, hey, I'll give you $20 to fangirl over Anthony.
Like,
Oh my god.
Hey, Nick, you want a job?
You're my favorite Minecraft streamer.
I'll make them
my
reference your most
God.
obscure video.
no. Yeah, make them reference my very first video,
Yeah.
which was a
Oh my god.
was my very first video. Oh, my very first video was a terribly acted fight scene with a mate called the Warp Zone.
Yes. Yes.
And,
tell us the details.
It was
Ooh.
well, it's off YouTube now.
That's okay.
So it's been deleted.
I can still give some random
But it was-
information about it.
It was young Anthony, and we were in a surge train
Of course.
doing a
Where else would you be?
choreographed fight scene. It was very bad dialogue too. It was like
Amazing.
what was it? What were our names? Do you remember? No, it's deleted. Oh, what were it was like Miles and something else, and like his voice was normal, mine was like Miles, and he's like, "You're back," and I was like, "Never left."
Was this during like the Dark Knight?
We just
era?
watched The Dark Knight.
I like that. That's funny.
So I was in like a suit with a black tie and a black with this massive choreographed fight scene, and then the twist at the end was like he hits me, I hit him, he falls down, and then he looks up and I'm gone. And he's like,
Oh my god.
and then at the end of the thing, he like he wakes up from this nightmare and drags his hand down the mirror and it's got blood on it, and he's like, "What have I done?" And then end scene, and it was like, "Whoa, so good!" It was a good video. I enjoyed
my
it. I'm
God.
sad, but it was not a good video.
I
And then
need
there was
to
a number
see this now.
two.
I hope you still have it.
I'll have to see if he's got it. There was a number 2, which literally the only reason we did it was because we got what's the word? Permission to film in the local video store. We were like, "Oh, we've got to make a number 2 now."
Oh, nice.
That was it.
Batman, YTG.
That moves away from the.
Yeah, sorry.
So yeah, conventions. Luckily, I haven't had a weird or strange encounter at a convention, but because we are so like most streamers that I know, at least anyway, I'm more than happy to spend like an hour hanging out at a convention with a fan. Like I've met so many people that like that are viewers like Rusco. Rusco has become a community member that I see as just another one of us.
Yeah.
Rusco's just an
Yeah.
extension of the group.
Yeah.
A lot of fun too.
They're a part of it just as much as everyone else is. And initially, I didn't even know Roscoe didn't.
No, I
stream.
didn't.
I just assumed
Stream,
they did.
yeah.
When we were at PAX last year, I had no idea until we left.
Yeah, and and that's a good example of like a really good parasocial relationship because there was no awkwardness about it. There was no expectancy about it. There was no. It was just I'm here to chill, and I'm
here to have a good
Yeah,
time.
Roscoe is.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, right? Is like Roscoe understand, and people like Roscoe understand the parameters of relationships. I think it depends really on like what the person is like because they're a part of the community, they know the community, they know how to behave. But if somebody sort of like comes in and out or is a part of the community but still like might think or something in the wrong way, then you might have issues. But I've never had issues, touch wood, with people being weird. So
I did have I had an almost one at DreamHack where there was someone that was new to our community, had been in like 2 streams, and they'd come to DreamHack, and but they couldn't find me. They've since been banned and for shit that they did afterwards. But
I do remember the conversation we had at DreamHack about that.
Remember, I was like, "Oh,
Mm,
Crap, this
Yeah.
person might be coming. I don't know what they're like. I don't know what that and they're with.
yeah.
I think they were young because they're with their parents.
Yeah.
And me and Nick were just like,
Yeah.
"Wow, this is gonna be interesting."
Yeah.
um,
See,
but
that's
that
like the type of situation where it's like, some people, like the people who are in the community and understand, they'll generally like behave like a normal person, I guess. I don't know how to put it.
yeah, it's
But
hard.
like
Yeah,
sometimes you're gonna have people who are more casually around and they might not understand
Yeah.
or like
yes, yeah,
know what the social parameters are in that situation.
yes, yeah, yeah. Which I mean, we're still trying to figure out what the social parameters are in that situation. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
the first time meeting some of our friends, the first time meeting Elliot was like,
Yeah.
"Hey,
Legitimately.
how's it going?"
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
And then here's me just thrown into it all.
yeah, well, that's
Well,
a
that's
good,
the
really good
thing.
example. Is that you weren't a viewer, number one. When you came to PAX, you weren't a viewer.
Not technically, yeah.
You weren't a streamer.
I think I was subbed to you.
But like you weren't a viewer of many other people that
Oh
were
no.
there.
No.
Because you didn't really watch.
I still don't really watch a lot of Twitch. Like
Yeah.
I tune into Elliot and Nick from time to time because they use like Elliot streams in the middle of the day on my lunch break.
Yeah.
So I can jump in for the first half an
Yeah.
hour or so. And Nick streams when I'm about to get into bed.
Yeah, yeah, spicy.
Whereas yeah, no, so I can watch him while I'm in bed and have a night. Whereas you stream at like 10 o'clock, which I'm usually already in bed, so I'll load it up on the computer and just leave it there watching.
Yeah,
but
but the key
otherwise,
point
yeah.
is you weren't even a part of the Twitch scene, right? And I dragged you along to PAX, and you were thrown into this weird parasocial relationship situation where it was like, yeah, but I don't even know
Yeah.
these people.
Yeah, but so I
Here's my friend. This person's a streamer. Here's this friend.
I
this
think
person.
I'm quite lucky in that respect because my personality is very adaptable.
The best one
Mm.
was Pearl.
Oh yeah.
That was that was funny. I felt so bad after that.
How do you when you go from meeting no real celebrities or anything like that in your entire life to meeting one of the biggest Minecraft YouTubers, if not one of the biggest Minecraft build YouTubers in the whole fucking world? What do you
Sorry.
expect? she was lovely.
I didn't even go up to her.
Yeah.
I didn't even go up to her. I was like,
We saw her taking
I
some
was too
photos with
late.
people, and Ant was like, "I'm going to talk to her," and I'm like, eh.
Well, because Elliot introduced me at the partner mixer, and so we hung out with Pearl a fair
Oh,
bit
yeah.
over
Wasn't that
the
the
course
year
of
before?
PAX. No, that was that year.
Oh, okay.
When at the partner mixer, initially I was like, "Yeah, Elliot, you want another beer?" And then Elliot was like, "And have you met Pearl?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" And I didn't actually do that, but
In your
but then
brain, you were
afterwards I
like-
realized Pearl was just another.
Oh yeah, no, like it's you treat him like another person, a person.
Yeah.
It's fine, but like, and in that, like, I was obviously thrown into the friend group, but I think with that as well, they're all very open and welcoming people.
Oh yeah, bloody
So,
oath.
like-
our friend group is really good.
If like I didn't feel
Definitely.
awkward at all
Yeah.
in pretty much like some of them when like the first couple of minutes before after the introductions maybe, but as soon as I was thrown into the conversation, like it was fine.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the final the final mental health question, at least anyway, is when it comes to announcing this stuff to your community, because I find this hard. I like,
Well, like the mental health
Yeah.
announcements and taking a break and all that
yeah,
sort of stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to taking a break,
Yeah.
I'll sit there for an hour and a half and be like, man, what do I write? And
Is that sort of
Yeah.
like when you really
Type
need a
and-
day off and you got to text or call your boss and you sit there for 20 minutes going, really don't want to do this, but like I really need to do it. And then you feel really bad after you send the message
Yeah.
because you know that they're going to be short staffed.
Yeah.
And
yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't have that argument with my brain regularly.
well, do you like how do you go about this?
I am terrible at it. I will, because I don't see it coming. It generally, like this time, it just sort of creeped up on me and I just couldn't stream. And it generally, like, I'll just avoid it.
Yeah.
Fair.
I know that's terrible. And I always feel so freaking guilty because I always feel like I'm letting my community down by not streaming and not streaming regularly either. Like, um, so it'll always be like sometimes I'm good with it. But sometimes I just won't say anything, and it won't be until somebody in my community is like, where'd you go? And I'm like,
Where are
I'm
you?
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do need to get better at like just putting on my big girl pants and saying, this is what's happening with me. I'm not going to be able to stream for a little while or whatever. But yeah.
Which comes back to the boundaries again, because that is also a fine line when it comes to a boundary. Is like how the community is like, hey, where you going? Where you been? Which is good.
Mm,
But like if you lay down, it's like, hey, I'm not going to be around for a little while, and then other people are like, oh, why? What's wrong? And like you can.
I've
that
seen it
one's a
go
hard
both
one.
ways.
Yeah.
There's those that check in on you and they're like, hey, how you going?
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking. And then there's I had it with a friend who he took a little bit of time off due to some issues, and there was a community member that just said to him straight up, "Is like, I'm seeing you on for a little while. When's the next stream? Like,
yep.
are you gonna come back streaming, or should I just find
Yeah.
someone else?" And I was like,
Yeah, that's
"That's brutal,
Oh,
dude.
that's a brutal question.
Yeah.
Jesus."
But this is the thing. Like, I think sometimes people don't like they need somebody to watch. They need somebody who is gonna be around or whatever, and they don't realize that there's a person on the other side,
Yeah.
like us,
Yes. Yeah.
and will just be like, okay, well, I'm gonna find somebody else because you're not around. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like
you're not given the
you
validation
sort of have
or
to
the
like just be like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Because
That's
at the end of the day, if that's how they're gonna behave, then is that somebody you really want in your community? Because
yeah.
it's like,
I
yeah, a
suggest
bit
other people.
rough.
If I know I'm taking time off, I'll suggest other people.
That's smart.
And which I haven't done this time though, actually.
That's
Yeah,
fair though.
but I've got my featured shelf of content creators that I suggest anyway when I'm offline. And my chat knows majority of the people that I suggest anyway, because it's the same people we raid regularly. It's the same people I talk to constantly.
It's the community you've built
It's
up.
the community that we've got, and that's it. And this time around was really hard for me, really hard, because I just did a subathon.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like finish the subathon, and then I just got hit with this overwhelming fear, not fear, feeling of I can't do this. I literally cannot go and stream. And I was like, why? Why can't I?
Yeah.
And it took a little while for me to figure it out. And then I was like, shit, but everyone's paid me so much money.
Yeah.
What do I do with that? And it just made me feel even worse. And then oh man, the downhill rolling from that situation was bad. But what I find I struggle with a lot is once I've written that initial message, I don't check back in.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll be like, guys, I think it was there was one point where I think we took Izzy to hospital, so my youngest to hospital.
Yep. Not that long ago,
and we were in overnight, and I took 3 or 4 days off. And I got to like the 5th day and I hadn't updated anyone. I was just like, hey guys, taking the little swan into hospital, bad.
I think I actually reached out and asked like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah. And the Discord was like, I got back on the Discord and they're like, updates, please, Anthony, please. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot about this. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at that.
That's the sort of thing where like life takes over, right? It's like you had to focus on your family and like,
which also comes having a good community, like they will understand and like some of the people are amazing. Like they get it.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
Definitely.
100%. Man, it's deep tonight. Woo!
Hey,
we are in the trenches.
This is what we wanted with the podcast in the first place. Those deep, those hard-hitting questions. you know,
Speaking of hard-hitting questions, who's got a better beard?
obviously
me or
me.
Nick?
Come on.
Oh,
We can't see
don't do
yours.
this
Can't
So.
to
even see
me.
mine.
Yours is camouflage, so it's
Yeah.
Nick.
Look, honestly, if I put my shirt down, it just looks like
You
I've got
guys-
the biggest beard in the world. So, like,
See, mine just looks really
like
nice in the
this
lighting, and
big.
I've got like I've got the mustache.
You know what you remind me of, Nick? You
Hmm.
remind me of the lion in The Wizard of Oz.
I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
That beard is so like, because especially with the like,
Mhm.
up,
The curls.
I get like lion.
I just want to
Wizard
say
of
I
Oz from
was
that.
the lion in the Wizard of Oz. So,
Excuse me?
yeah, I played the lion in the Wizard of Oz in our high school musical.
Oh, I love that. That's
who's
so
the
good.
who's the cop from Stranger Things?
Hopper.
Oh shit! What's his name? Yeah, Hopper. What's his?
Hopper.
David Harbour.
David Harper. That's
I was at the barber the other day, and he was like, "You look." I was like, "Yeah, I get that a lot."
Yeah, see, I get that I look like who
Douchebag.
can I say?
He's married to oh shit, what's her name? She sung That's Not My
Lily
Name.
Allen.
Yeah, I know, right? There's still hope for me.
Yep. You just need to find your Lily Allen.
Exactly.
Lily Allen's cool.
She is.
She's great.
Okay, so final question. If you were sorry. I just thought of a Lily Allen song as soon as
Yep.
we
He's a good singer.
if you were making a content creator survival book, what would your top 3 tips be? It doesn't actually have to be your top 3, actually.
Yeah.
It just what would
Absolutely
3 tips
not.
from the book be?
Well, my first one, and I wrote these down. My first one
Prepared.
would be to make a plan and make it achievable. Because I think, like when you're starting out streaming, you sort of need to have a direction of where you want to go. And I think like you can definitely have like further goals that you're interested in doing, but definitely having like starting goals is so helpful. And sort of planning out like where you want to be by the end of the year or like something like that, like what you want to do in your streams, or having like different ideas and how can you follow that through. Like all of these are just like, I'm spitballing, but like having a plan helps a lot.
It does
Yeah.
so much.
My second one would be, and this is sort of like a two-parter. The first one is don't compare yourself to others, because I think it's really easy to fall into the trap of putting pressure on yourself because you see what other creators are doing and you feel like you have to do the same sort of thing. And, in some instances, sure, like there are things that you might want to do, but in other instances, you don't have to. Like you can forge your own path and be whatever creator you want to be, because there isn't like a blueprint to this industry. Like no one knows what the fuck they're doing. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
Everyone's
no one
literally
knows
just
what they're
fumbling
doing.
through.
Yeah, because we're all like learning skills that help in our content creation journey, or learning how to create communities or whatever it is. Like there's so much that goes into it, but like you can definitely ask for help from other creators, especially if you've formed relationships with them. But yeah, don't compare yourself, because the self pressure can be paralyzing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
That
100%.
applies for so many things as well, not just in content creation. Like, yeah, it's one of those things that you just you can't let it affect you, because
No.
some people are
Yeah.
going to be wild, like they're going to do the exact same thing as you, but more wildly successful. Like, it's a luck based game in a lot of ways.
Yeah, not just
It
that,
really
but
is.
as soon as you start comparing yourself to other people, you start you can start despising those people
Yes.
if something happens with them.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah.
So
Oh,
you know,
especially because like there's so many creators who are like will do well or do like better than you, and you if you can't replicate that or you don't know how, then you're just going to sort of resent them a little bit and
yep,
not
Yeah.
be
yep.
celebrating them.
And it could
And
be as
like that's a
simple.
really
It could be as simple as something like, you know, you and a mate did something, and it was relatively the same stream, right? But
yep.
that mate may have, uh, you know, may have just went live 45 minutes after you,
Yeah.
and there was a better outreach. It's like it's nothing on you. It's all you can
Yeah.
do is what I've been. What are you laughing at now? Oh no, what is going on? Nick Tacular, what are you doing? My friend, what are you doing? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Holy
The
shit.
fucking
Where are they? For anyone who wants to know which part of the Discord.
In the general chat.
Anyone wants to see those, go into the general chat of the Level Up Lounge Discord.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Holy shit.
I really like the cat one. With the salad plate.
In the mod chat, all the way down to the bottom.
So good.
Keep going all the way down. Mod, yeah, right there.
Oh my god.
I'm
Okay,
posting
while you
those
guys
to
are
Twitter
dying,
after that.
I'm gonna say my last one before I forget. My last tip. My last tip is to pretty much what we're talking about is look after yourself. I think that's like the most important one
needed that,
because
Nick.
if you don't look if you don't look after yourself, you won't stream.
Yeah.
Or things will go wrong. Like it's so important to take care of your mental health, your physical health, whatever, before you can focus on being creative.
The perfect example for this is so it's taken me a little while to notice it, but I've been off for around about 3 to 4 weeks now. And my
Like just off emotionally and that? Or do you mean from streaming itself?
like mentally,
yeah.
yeah. And my content, I can see it. I can look back. Honestly, I've probably been off for a little bit longer than that, but I can personally see it within the last month that I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's a sucky reason. Honestly.
I need to look after myself first, and then, oh no, you've got to be kidding me. I'm looking at what you're bringing. Oh no. Yeah, it's if you're not looking after yourself, there's that point in time where you're not looking after yourself. You stop enjoying the things you enjoy.
Yep.
And
definitely.
when it affects your hobbies, your interests, because it's not just streaming that I'm feeling like this with.
It's everything.
Reading books, it's cooking, it's camping.
All of the things that you love and
These
enjoy.
two will literally tell you that about 2 weeks ago we went camping and I was a piece of shit.
You were all right. You were all right.
Well, yeah, technically we all were.
I
but
was not. Hey, I came this time.
Yeah, that's fair. Yes, no, look after yourselves. That's I love all three of these. They're
they're
very,
really
very
good.
important. And I think there is a point. I think I might look into this a little bit more and maybe do a survey, but it seems like there is a point during the year that a lot of streamers get that burnout all around about the same time.
Yeah. Look, I think like when I went to the Twitch meetup the other week, I really recognize that it's happening right now, and I think it's because of winter.
Yeah.
Like this winter has been particularly brutal for us
Oh, yeah.
Victorians.
Yes.
I'm not sure about the rest of the country. It's probably the same, honestly. And it has, you know
think
what it
Queensland's
is?
quite nice.
Yeah, somebody actually pointed out to me that for them, it's kind of feeling like lockdown again.
Really?
And that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, seasonal depression
Oh,
as well.
yeah.
But that like unlocked something in my head of like, holy shit, like kind of is feeling a little bit like lockdown in that sense because you can't leave the house.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
is freezing.
We haven't
Um,
we've tried to do a lot of things, but we haven't been able to because of rain or just
yeah,
cold. I'm literally supposed to be going camping tomorrow,
Mhm.
and we cancelled it because it's going to be potentially
cold.
negative degrees, and I can't take my 14-month-old out in that.
No.
yeah,
So
nah.
we've cancelled that again. And I fully agree. Actually, it's a good point.
Yep.
It's a very good point.
I think that's where everybody's at right now, and I don't blame them. Like it's rough out there.
It is. It is.
Kind of funny. I'm going the other way at the moment.
We are doing something about what you're going through.
Yeah.
And I mean, so am I. In a way, I've I don't know whether you can tell, but I've started the gym. Started going to the gym.
Me too.
Yeah, I've started going for walks with my partner lately, and that has helped a ton. Even
Yeah.
though it's like freezing.
Yes.
I've been going to the gym like 2-3 days a week for about an hour or so. I've as we were speaking about before, I've recently gone and seen a doctor and gotten a mild diagnosis of some things and trying to sort some shit out.
Yeah, I've been going to the gym with a mate, which has been awesome. Absolutely awesome. We've been going for walks. And I've just been doing things around town as well.
Yeah.
So like
I think I saw you the other night. I was coming through the roundabout just down here, the big one. And I saw you coming in. It looked like you were coming back from Coles or something. And I like drove past and like, that's Anthony.
Oh, okay. It was probably I live here, so
I know, me too. I think I was on my way to get a HSP at the time after the gym because I'm a fatty like that.
You guys are regional, aren't you?
Yeah.
Regional.
Oh, don't judge me. It was I actually got the dinner
I'm
pack.
gonna go and work out. Then I'm gonna go and buy the fattiest food I can get.
I actually got the dinner pack. I didn't. I got
Okay.
Yeah. So it had some veggies in there. Sorry, salads. Oh no, I like salad. I eat my salad when I get a steak or anything.
All right. Well,
You
anyway,
don't make friends with salad.
No, we eat it.
I do. I love a good salad.
Mm.
I love a good salad, but I think that
Yeah, salads are the best.
salads are amazing, and it's when I I probably like the salads that aren't that good for you.
Yeah.
It was when I realized things like Caesar salad isn't actually that healthy,
No.
and I was
Yeah,
like,
no.
oh, but they're the best ones.
Yeah.
You,
I actually had one.
you
on the
could
other one.
healthify it though.
You could
I
if you took
reckon.
everything out of it. Yeah, just left the cause. Take the cheese out,
Yep.
the Caesar dressing, the egg, the bacon. But awesome answers, awesome discussion. Thank you so much for being open with us as well. It's
Yeah, my pleasure.
it's definitely hard to talk about this sort of stuff, but I do think it's something we need to keep talking about.
Oh, definitely. The more you
Yeah,
talk about it, the more it
definitely.
gets normalized, and the more that people will actually talk about it and be okay talking about it.
Yes, yeah.
Which in turn will make people healthier.
But once
and happier.
again, we are not trained professionals. This is
We
just
aren't.
our experience. We're talking about our experiences through this strange land of
Yeah.
streaming and content creation. So
and life in general.
pick and choose, my friends. Pick and choose.
Hey, if it helps, it helps.
But thank you everyone for watching or listening, depending on where you are tuning in from. If you're listening from the podcast and want to check out some of the extras, head across to the YouTube at Level Up Lounge Pod, I believe. Or if you want to join us live on Fridays at 7 p.m. AEST over at twitch.tv/Level Up Lounge Podcast.
Next week, we have Albert joining us to talk about more games and content. And make sure to tune in for that.
We've got, although we will say that because of the issues,
Oh, yes.
we
Yes.
will
Sorry,
not
I
be
forgot
live
about that.
streaming. Yep. Well, we'll see. If I can get it all fixed up by then,
Yes.
we'll be live streaming.
Like, it's been all right with the Wi-Fi. We've dropped a couple of frames, but it's been fairly consistent so far.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll see how we go. But once again, thank you so much for joining us, Cheeks.
Yeah, no, and for putting up with our scuff.
Yeah, our scuff.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun.
It's been amazing. It's been so good having you.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, thanks. There's a Level Up Lounge, the most scuffed podcast on the internet.
Hey, look, we got to be known for something.
With that, guys, stay safe, and we shall see you next week on The Lounge. Bye-bye for now. Bye.
Bye, everyone.